It's like
Well, see what it looks like.
behind an actual player's perspective, not a cinematography.
No, I
Pretty.
have.
Yeah, I've watched Fly Daily playing.
Yeah, same here.
It looks okay, but I think War Thunder can do it better.
War Thunder will do it better. They're going to
Behind
be
an
heavier.
actual
player's perspective,
In
not
theory.
a cinematography.
No, I
Pretty.
have.
Yeah, I've
War
watched
Thunder
Fly
can do
Daily
anything
playing.
better than Gaijin. Or, sorry,
Yeah.
Gaijin can do anything better than Wargaming can.
That's like saying that I could win a boxing match against any 5-year-old. Doesn't really say a whole lot.
I mean, the gameplay looks decent for it, but I think War Thunder will do a lot better.
They just need to hurry the fuck up and get their things out.
I mean, I wonder how they're going to do their damage system for War Thunder, because, War Thunder doesn't do hit points, so...
I have a feeling they're going to do it just like tanks.
Wait,
Here's my
back up.
thing
What
that I
was
hope.
that bit?
Huh?
War Thunder does hit points now?
No,
No.
War Thunder does not do hit
He
points.
says he hopes they don't.
General quarters.
No, what I hope they do is that if you get, any ship with a big enough fucking gun on it, you just start thud hammering rounds at the water line. Sink, bitch. At least that's what I'm gonna try and do. How you do, motherfucker? Wow. Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't forget you gotta be a certain distance away to do it, which kinda F's up your accuracy a little bit.
I don't know, our long-range accuracy in tanks and sim battles is pretty good.
Thing is,
I'll
if they
give you
do
this
it,
for
The
range
difference
weapons.
is with tanks, you're talking about direct fire guns that were designed for direct fire from the beginning. Most of the guns that are on a ship have almost always been smoothbore, number one. And two, if they were designed for close range, those are the ones you'll see that are rifled, and you still got to be close range for it. But anything that can have any sort of remote accuracy at distance is accuracy en masse, like fired en masse. That's it. It's area of effect.
Although you have
Especially the
pretty
battleships.
damn good accuracy for the range that they shoot at, though.
Okay, yeah, shooting at 28 miles away, hitting something within 3 miles. All right.
Well, look at the fire support the battleships did and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, even then, you're still talking about 5 miles off and hitting an area about half a
Well-
mile across.
Yeah, but you're trying not to hit your own troops, so you gotta have some precision.
Again, friendly fire was there.
And I said trying, I didn't
I
say
know.
not.
I mean, it's still a Murphy's Law even today that if you are forward of your position, the artillery will fall short.
Well,
Oh wow, I'm
Yeah.
taking on 3 Panzer IVs at the same time, this is not good. One of them registered 2 cannon. Oh, because I didn't have APH. God damn it. Wonder why the hell the first one survived. I can't get my Sherman to load AP high explosive by default. I have to always clear the gun and tell it to load.
Well, the enemy tank may have survived, but I think he probably killed a
Enemy
few of
destroyer
their,
sunk.
bridges.
Goodbye, enemy destroyer. Fuck you, buddy.
The gunner. It was directly into the side of the Panther Ford.
I'm just remembering what's his face the other night when he was trying out some tank and he was like bounced a shell off an enemy tank and still killed it.
Oh, that was the.
yeah, he was using the Jagdtank. Bounced, yeah, exactly. Bounced the shell off the fucking thing and still killed him.
Oh, I'm hitting the aircraft carrier torpedoes. Fuck you, buddy.
I mean, that's just like a crazy Spalding incident right there. It's still funny as hell though.
The fact that the tank had an existence failure because it got hit at 128 is bad enough, though. And yes, I mean existence failure as that it just never existed in the first place.
Goodbye.
We've sunk an enemy aircraft carrier.
Problem solved, sir.
So I just sunk a destroyer, and I sunk an aircraft carrier. In one little destroyer.
With your tugboat?
Yeah, my torpedo tugboat.
I mean, honestly, I'd probably play it with you just to check it out if I had access to it, but I don't have the cash right now.
Oh. I also have to message them and tell them to give me access to the NA beta. Because I'm only in the EU beta right now.
What was that you just said?
I'm only in the EU beta server, not the NA. So I'm requesting to have access to the NA one as well.
Because it's closed testing right now, right? Or you have to pay for it or something?
Well, when you buy a premium ship, you get access.
Speaking of early access and shit,
Mm-hmm.
there's another game that just came up for early access today, buddy.
Ground combat, the whatever, what is it called?
Yeah, the tank game that we were looking at.
Yeah, did it come out today?
Yeah.
Sweet, time to get it. That's called ground. I don't know what it's called.
Armored Warfare, whatever.
I think it is Armored Warfare. So I'm double checking right now.
Yeah, it is Armored Warfare. Yep, early access May 27th to June the 3rd. But they only have
T50.
but they only have
Limited
certain
fucking
times. Yeah, that doesn't work for me.
Yeah, me neither.
The times they're showing are kind of, yeah,
You motherfucker. The times that they're showing, I'll be at work.
8 to 11, 7 to 12.
7 to
That's-
mid. Yeah, I'll be at work, you dicks. Ugh.
Mine's a little better, 6 to 9 and 5 to 10. But it's CEST. Where is CEST?
Douchebags.
The Central European Summertime. They're I'm 1 hour ahead of them. So that would be 9 to 12, 7 to 10, and 6 to 11. That's not bad. But that means I have to join the EU servers and I can't play with you guys. And if I join the NA servers, I won't be able to play with you guys ever, because that'll be in the morning when I go to work. Bah. They can suck in Quebec.
That one's gonna be health or hit point based anyway, isn't it?
No. It's a combination. It's a little bit of everything. It's not pure hit points.
Oh wait, hit points are gonna be part of it?
Somewhere, but it's not like...
Oh, maybe like component hit points or something.
I can't
Which
remember.
as a system does make sense. To a degree.
Battleships are so fucking slow. On the positive side, I can max this game out on my new monitor. It doesn't slow down.
Oh wow, Dirt Rally is going early access?
Which one?
Dirt Rally?
Which is
Never heard of the Dirt games? It's a rally racing game. Like Rallycross. Wow, this one they actually added the Pikes Peak.
I've got them all the dirt games.
so. Are they to scale, or
They're correct.
so it actually takes?
They're simulation, they're not arcade.
Good.
Oh, and they got WRXs in there, like the old ones, but still.
Just like I've been tired of freaking arcade games for a long time.
The only other, if they have Pikes Peak, they need to have Suzuki Escudo. Fucking Alfa Romeo shit. No, forget that crap. I think of the old school minis in there too. Jesus.
Minis.
Yeah, dude. Mini Coopers used to be one of the best cars to ever have for rally.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not even kidding. And I know that's probably a surprise, but that's complete truth.
my dad's fiance. Oh, actually, technically married now, so would be a stepmom has one. And then also, I live near Watkins Glen, so
I know you live near Watkins Glen. You said you live in Corning,
yeah,
which
people might not know that.
eh,
And so like they use minis up there sometimes as like pace cars and shit.
eh.
A couple years ago it was like Year of the Mini, 'cause they always feature a car every year for this one thing we go up to.
When the actual fuck is Total War Warhammer supposed to come out?
Not for a while. Oh wait, damn, where do you live again?
Huh?
Where do you live again?
Outside of Westchester, Pennsylvania.
'Cause I was just down at Penn State this morning.
That's like were you at main campus?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were 2 hours away from me. That's 2 hours west, or 2.5 hours west of me. 'Cause that's past Harrisburg. Like I live if you want to talk about any major city, I live closer to Philadelphia than anything, and I'm like 45 minutes from Philly.
This poor Wyoming battleship.
I'm interested to see how they're going to do Warhammer though. That's going to be really interesting.
I think we all
Hope they do it right.
I'm thinking of it from the perspective of every single other Total War game has been historic, like historical accuracy, all that other shit. I mean, straight into it. That's been the point from the beginning.
right.
How the fuck are they going to do something that's pure? I mean, for lack of any better way to put it,
Bullshit.
fiction bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking exactly the same thing.
I mean, what are they going to do? Like adapt the tabletop rules and try to mod them for fun, or what? I don't know.
Probably.
You'd be surprised because the tabletop rules actually, from what I've gleaned of talking to Alaric here, the tabletop rules and how they've done all the other Total War games are like practically mirror images of each other. So as far as the rules
maybe for
go,
the turn-based map, but not for the real-time field combat.
Right, I'm not talking about like. Of course, you're talking about an RTS where it's a turn-based. I'm not discussing that part. I'm talking about like morale and marching and a lot of the other like nitty-gritty. I mean, you got to keep in mind, Warhammer Fantasy Battles has been made by has had a lot of people work on it that were also reenactors.
Mm.
I mean, European reenactors.
Yeah.
So they're like pretty serious about this stuff. Like the Perry brothers, talking about like miniatures guys. One of them who's now got 1.5 arms because of a incident during a reenactment while loading a cannon. That's how hardcore these guys are. So yeah, it's got a lot of realism already, kind of as the foundation of it. So I think that the only interesting thing about what they'll do with it isn't really so much about the rules, but how they'll treat such things as spells and flying creatures.
Incident while reloading a cannon. The dumbass reloaded the while the barrel was still hot. But you said incident while reloading a cannon, so I said the dumbass reloaded it while the barrel was still hot, didn't they?
There's always a risk, because if you're doing it realistically, there's a chance that there might be a smoldering ember still in the thing.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, well that's what happened.
That, or even if the barrel's hot enough, it'll touch it off itself. I'm cool with that.
Well, in this case, it was...
Not without an ignition source, or unless the pressure was high enough.
They can,
Come on now, you know that.
The safety includes how hot the gun itself is. This was a case of you can do everything, but there's always going to be that odd thing that you can't do anything about, and this was just sometimes you can't clean out the barrel well enough, and you're always praying that whatever's in there isn't, just a little bit hot. And this was it.
Oh, Demo, do you hear the graphics news? The 980 Ti gets released on the 2nd of June?
Is it just me, or is he really quiet?
Trying not to pay attention to that.
Why?
Because, come on, this is me we're talking about. Why the fuck do you think?
Because you want it?
Yes.
Is Newfie quiet for everybody else?
No.
Huh?
Shouldn't be.
I can hear Nuke just fine.
Roland, how do I sound?
So
You might have gone
what
ninja.
town-
Okay. Oh, never mind.
Let's turn him up. But what was that you?
I was saying the 980 Ti, it's a graphics card myself and Demo probably want
Yeah.
being released on the 2nd of June.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, if I remember correctly, the 980 Ti is not that much of a performance jump over my 780.
No. The numbers have been re-released. It's only about 5 to 10% slower than a Titan X.
What?
Yeah. Price point at $699.
Are you?
6
What?
6 gig of RAM, and then they're
What?
saying about 10% slower than Titan X. But it's not going to be what the Titan X does, because Titan X got 12 gigs of RAM. That's where the money's really spent, is in a lot of the RAM and the overclocking.
Yeah, but the Titan X was a dual GPU card, if I remember right.
No, the Titan X is a single GPU card.
What? Bullshit.
No, it's a
12 gig
single.
RAM.
No, it's a single.
That sounds more like a Quadro.
No, yes, it does, but NVIDIA just did it so they could say donkey punches to everybody else. But no, it's a 12 gig single GPU, max. I can't remember the architecture, but yeah, 12 gig single.
Oh God.
So the 980 Ti is getting released. Same idea as the Titan X, just scaled down. Half the amount of memory and slightly slower on the on the GPU clock.
Titan X, fucking $1,000 for a video card. Big fat
Yeah.
bag suck my dick.
Yeah, it's a little outside my price range at the moment.
Ooh. Some people still selling 780 Ti's. I can get another one. SLI. But it's like, alright, let me put this out there again though. I thought the performance jump from the 780 to a 980 might have been like, or 780 Ti to, or I'm sorry,
We
no, I have to
destroyed
say
an enemy
780.
cruiser.
780 to 980 was only like 5%, and that's situational.
It is situational, but as the newer games are coming out, the performance is increasing substantially. And the new drivers and so on are finally able to start using it to its fullest. They're actually saying that the 700 series, when playing The Witcher, can't get anywhere near what the 900 series is able to pump out.
Now I'm
Unreal.
annoyed.
Yeah, unreal.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna wait for the next generation and just rock from there. Just because I have the previous, I don't need to get the next step. You know, especially since, truthfully, mine's running like a fucking beast anyway, and I just bought it last year. The year
Well, see,
before, something like
I'm
that.
a little bit behind the stream. Not that far, but far enough that I want to, I want to upgrade to something else.
Yeah.
Relatively far behind at this point, but I'm starting to debate whether I want to like see if I can squeeze enough blood out of a stone to get one of the R9 290Xs. Seeing as how they're kind of around the $300 price point right now. But the other thing that I was kind of reminded of is Q1 2016 next year. Yeah, I kind of need to. Kind of not sure if I want to put it off too much longer until then because I want a better graphics card so I can support a monitor and the Oculus at the same time, but I don't know. I might wait until the next generation after the 290Xs.
Well, honestly, the cards that I'm looking at, I want to see what will compete, is the 980 Ti and the R9 390X, the two big boys coming out from either company.
So the 390. Okay, so the 390X, 390X, you said?
390X, yes.
Okay, so have they got like any kind of date on that?
Yeah, the date is going to be June 20th to the 30th, in that range, because they're putting it out at the not the GDC. It's not Computer. Maybe it's Computer. I can't remember. There's a
E3?
conference. Well, E3 is going to be their big one. That's where they're going to be showing it off in a lot of stuff. AMD this year is actually
Someone's
funding.
mic is not.
So,
Fine.
Newfie, I gotta ask you, are you in the
Yeah.
middle of a fucking wind tunnel?
Oh,
No.
never mind. It is new.
You mean outside? My brother-in-law is probably vacuuming. Is that what you hear?
Probably vacuuming.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Self-flagellating with the vacuum.
That poor va-
So yeah, no, the cards have already gotten, I shouldn't say reviewed, but the benchmarks have leaked for both cards. And if you, honestly, in this world today, both companies have released it to individual testers and have just been like, leak it. They want this competition.
Just check your description. That has been like that for a couple days now.
Dig.
How's that, guys? Can you hear it anymore?
Not really.
Good.
Able to suck a Saturn V rocket through a garden hose. True story. That's terrible of you.
At least I could actually build a Saturn V rocket, unlike Nemo over here, who would blow it up.
No, Alright, listen, I go Mythbusters on shit, alright? Build it as big as you possibly can.
Okay, but
And in case anything goes wrong, put more
I can
explosives
see
on
I
it.
can see merit with both of them. So, because I mean, building a Saturn rocket and successfully launching it—that's great. But building a Saturn rocket and successfully exploding it, so you have a Saturn rocket-sized explosion. I would love to see that.
To be honest, so I would just pack the entire interior with high explosives, and after it made it off the ground successfully, then I'd blow it. That way you have both.
No, because high explosives is cheating. That's for pussies. Blow it up, you know, like it's supposed to be blown up.
No,
Have
see,
the rocket
no.
explode.
Here's the thing, and this is what Kerensky doesn't get. You know what my method of blowing these things up is? It's throwing enough solid boosters on this thing where it overheats on exit of the atmosphere. Not entry to the atmosphere, motherfucking exit. It's by the time it's 5 kilometers off the ground, it's already going 900 meters a second.
Oh my god, that is so wrong.
Listen, when it comes to engineering, I know what I'm doing.
I'm doing it wrong if it's exploding.
No, it's called find out what you can do with what you got and scale it back to what you need. Not fail miserably 16 times until you build it up to what you can do. It's called overshoot. It's called shoot for the fucking stars first, then dial it back so you can just hit the moon.
This is why we can't miss things. This is why we can't miss things. Also, that Stoic was perfectly blended in at range. Damn. Like he didn't one-shot me. I just popped him and... Oh, damn, no shell. Where the fuck are these guys shooting from?
Boy, I've been out of the loop a lot longer than I thought I had been. There's a whole new fucking APU line that I hadn't even been paying any attention to. Shit.
For what? Oh, APU line.
Yeah,
For processor?
gotta.
I don't
Oh,
even pay attention
it's an
to APUs
APU!
because I don't even pay attention to them because they're